Hello, welcome to another one of my videos about error coins, and this time we're looking at some more details on how £2 error coins occur. And straight away you can tell that this isn't actually a £2 coin yet. There's no design on it, and actually it's two completely separate parts, and that is how they exist before they're struck. So the inner piece looks like this, silver coloured metal, and it's punched out of a sheet of metal, so it's round, and then what happens is it gets this groove channeled into the edge like that, and that's important for keeping the coin together when it's struck. So nothing else happens to this blank piece until the coin is struck, and then you've got the outer piece, or the outer blank or outer planchet. You can see it's a bit wiggly on the edges, and that's because it's gone through the rimming process. So the inside edge of that is smooth, but the outer edge has the edge lettering put on it, and that's done in the rimming process. So the coin, the blank rather, is spun through a thing which imparts the edge lettering, and then in doing so, the outer part of the coin also flares upwards slightly, giving it a bit of a rim, and that helps when the coin is struck, because of course when they're struck they do have a bit of a raised edge to them, and if there's already a bit of a raised edge to start with, then there's less metal to have to be needed to move into that gap. And then when the coins are struck, these are fed along sideways, and then there's a stack of these which just end up being gravity fed into the gap. They just slot in really easily, and they do wiggle slightly. There's a slight gap. Don't know if that will be easily visible, but yeah, there you go. Ooh, slight gap. Yeah. And then when the coin is struck, the obverse die is on the bottom. That's the one with the heads on it, and then the reverse die is pressed down from above at huge force, and then the inner blank has that groove on it, so the outer blank will flow into there, because it's being squeezed so hard, it wants to go somewhere, and it's like, oh look, there's a little groove here, we can go into there. So it'll slot into that groove, and that's what helps the coin stay together, and there's no way you can push that out. So you can sort of understand how some kind of errors happen now. If, for example, when they're punching out the inner blank, they make a mistake, such as they accidentally punch the hole too close to the edge of the sheet of metal, then you'll end up with a straight clip, a missing part essentially. If they forget to advance the sheet far enough, then you end up with what's called a curved clip in the inner blank, and that can be really spectacular on a £2 coin, because you've got a clip error, but then it's being struck within an outer blank. So that's what then causes cool errors like this. So this is a 2015 £1 coin. This year seems to be notorious for errors, but you can see on this one there's a bit of a gap there where there's been, I suspect, a straight clip on the inner, and then when the coin has been struck, that's kind of resulted in the gap there. And if we weigh that, it should be ever so slightly underweight, I expect. Let's find out. So yeah, it should be 12 grams, but it's actually 11.71. And that's simply because a piece of the blank was missing, because it was clipped when it struck. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that, really. Hopefully this genuine prop from the mint helps explain the process a bit better. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video interesting and informative. If you did, please like and subscribe, if you haven't already, of course. And I'd love to see what you thought about this in the comment section. Don't forget to check out my other error coin videos, because there's plenty more if this sort of thing floats your boat. But bye for now.